Hello, I have Sydney here. I'm going to show you Sydney's training. So I have a place, a dog bed with a bolstered edge. Just going to put it down here. Sydney knows when he sees a place that we're going to do some training. Good boy, Sydney. And Sydney knows he's always rewarded for getting on his place the first time. Good boy. Sydney has been taught to lie down by me taking one finger, pointing at his nose, and then pointing at the ground in front of him and asking him to lie down. If I want Sydney to sit from that position, I cup my hand and draw straight up from his nose. Sydney knows hand signals and voice commands. I'll demonstrate again. Point at his nose, point at the ground to ask Sydney to lie down. Cup your hand and draw straight up to ask Sydney to sit. Good boy, Sydney. Sydney has been taught to come to me when he sees a closed fist. That's how I convey to Sydney that I want him to come where I'm at. Sydney knows when he sees a closed fist, his job is to come over, put his nose on my fist, and then sit afterwards. Sitting is the canine equivalent of please, and I don't have to ask him for that portion of the behavior. He just knows it's required. I rewarded Sydney for returning to his place like a very good boy, and I'll demonstrate the touch again. Here's the fist, the puppy, polite nose bump, polite sit afterwards without me asking him to do so. Good boy, Sydney. Sydney has been sleeping in a wire kennel at night. Excuse me, buddy. I want him in this wire kennel. I'm going to open up the door. If he didn't run in, I would pat the bedding, reward him when he's all the way inside, and shut the door. Good boy, Sydney. Free puppy. Sydney has always ridden in a plastic kennel in the car. The principle is the same. Open up the door, pat the bedding, reward him when he's all the way inside, and shut the door. Good boy. Free puppy. Sydney knows to sit during certain circumstances without me asking him to do so, and those include when he sees his collar, an Easy Walk harness, a leash, a dog bowl, or wants attention. I'm going to demonstrate that by showing Sydney an Easy Walk harness. Wait for him to come over and do the appropriate behavior. Very nice. Once he sits politely without me asking him to do so, I can slip the harness over his head. The rule is when I have a collar, a harness, or a leash in my hand, Sydney has to sit close enough to me that I don't move my feet. Because if I have to take one step towards him today, tomorrow I'm going to be taking 2 steps, and by the end of the week I'm going to be chasing him around the house. So you want to work in a small area in the beginning with less distractions, and then if he doesn't sit close enough to you, you can make a little kissing noise, and that reminds Sydney that he needs to move closer. But that little man was perfect. And the last thing Sydney knows when he sees a dog bowl, if he wants the contents of that bowl, there's a behavior he must provide. I'm going to show Sydney the bowl, wait for him to sit politely without me asking him to do so, and then I can reward Sydney with the contents of the bowl. There he is, your very happy boy, Sydney.